Let's get started, guys.
Mhm.
It's been a long day of travel. Your boots kick up small puffs of dirt along the poorly maintained road through the misty forest. Ravens caw and wheel overhead in the slowly fading sunlight as the shadows creep ever closer to you. Cold nips at the back of your necks with a faint breeze that blows in at your backs, pushing you ever onward. It's quieter than you thought it'd be. The job posting on the notice board mentioned a rampant wolf problem spilling out onto the roads in the deeper sections of the forest. Your packs are starting to feel heavy as the day's travel wears on you all, and you get the sense it might be time to set up camp and pick up the search in the morning. Who do we see traveling down this weary road looking for camp? Let's start with Darian. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Um, Darian is a rather tall-ish individual, a little bit over 6 foot. Blonde, dirty blonde hair, with a 5 o'clock shadow going across it. A half-elven man, who wears rather well-fitting clothes that are obviously well worn, and I've seen travels upon many a road. Covered by a very simple brown cloak that seems to cover most of the intricate baubles and other fixings he has both in his bag and on his belt. He mainly carries with him a rapier that is sheathed and a heavy crossbow that he finds affixed to his back on a sling, uh, as well as a large book that seems to be filled with both knowledge of the unknown and unnatural, as well as ritualistic spells that he seems to use from time to time, as he sort of takes a good look over the road in front of him and checks to see where exactly this hunt that we're supposed to be going on is going towards.
Alrighty, and next to you, Jorram. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sitting next to our friend is a slightly short but normal looking guy. Overcoat over one side, the rest of him just sat down. He, surprisingly to anyone seeing this for the first time, holds up a wand from his side. And then uh, he snaps his fingers at the end of it and lights up his wand and begins smoking. He breathes and exhales, and there's a cloud of smoke constantly trailing from this guy at all times up to the sky. And he is just looking around, staring at the clouds both in the distance above him and in front of him.
Alright, and why don't we go ladies first? Phaedra.
All right.
You see Faedra sort of trailing right behind her brother. Um, Big, uh, brimmed hat, loose fitting clothes, sort of nice, lavish silks draped over her shoulder, and she's carrying her staff, and she seems to be kicking up dirt almost on purpose, just fully dragging her feet, not very happy about the long trek that they've endured. Um, on her side, she's carrying various herbal remedies and concoctions, and uh, shiny baubles seem to just litter her clothing. She's very shiny.
And last but not least, Marlow.
You see a high elven man, beautiful pale skin, bright brown hair, mismatched eyes opposites to his sisters walking behind him. He wears loose flowing clothes, a nice tabard that drapes across his front with the same teals and the light blue colors that his sister wears as well. Slung over his left shoulder, he's got a crossbow, he's got a side bag over his right hip. Off his left hip, he has a little rapier and a couple of small pouches for holding bolts and other accoutrement for the journey. He as well is dragging his feet a little bit, and seeing that we're all getting a little tired and it's getting a little dark, he just finds a stump and he lazily sits down on it, letting his bags drop to the ground and just lets out a heavy sigh.
Which of the four of you would be leading this pack of misfits?
Probably Darian.
Alright, Darian, go ahead and make me a survival check as you guys go to look for a place to sit down for the evening.
Okay. 14.
14. As you guys are walking along this road, Darian, you know it's not the safest to be directly on the roads at nighttime. So you find yourself a little trail leading off into the woods, maybe about a quarter mile back, that seems to lead to an old campground of some sort. It's been disused for a while, but seems to be exactly what you guys need for the evening.
Darian will sort of take a good look at the campsite and then look up as a raven is circling overhead of us as I sort of telepathically communicate to my familiar to go and scout the area around the campsite to make sure that it's safe before turning back to the rest of the group. Right, there is a campsite up ahead that we should be able to take shelter in. Probably not that used, but it's better than sitting on the road.
There. It's awfully quaint little site. Will we really be camping out here?
Considering there is no other form of lodging within, the next 2 to 3 miles, yes. It's not that bad, as Darian sort of picks himself up and starts walking towards the campsite.
All right, come on, sis. No need to laze around too much. And just remember everything you learn, right? You just use what you did in your books and set up tents, and you know how to make a fire, right?
Of course I know how to make a fire. I swear,
Cool.
if we have to camp out here in one more day. She's just kind of grumbling as she follows the rest of the group.
Jorram, I'm assuming you're following along?
Very much so, yeah.
You all find your way back to the campground and set up your tents rather quickly. Darian, your raven flies overhead and informs you that seems to be nothing of note in the nearby area that should be any concern to you guys. The sun starts to get lower in the sky, and night is very quickly approaching, and it's getting cold. And true to its name of the Misty Forest, mist starts to curl up around the edges of your camp as you all settle in for the evening.
Marlow's like gonna get a little fireplace going for everybody. You know, throw a kettle on top of it. Get some tea going. Gotta have tea for the night. You know, it chills me out.
Tea made, you all relax. It's a quiet evening. No danger, despite the many warnings of dangerous pack of wolves in the area. It seems rather odd, but you put it to the back of your minds, assuming that you'll find this wayward pack in the morning. In the early hours of the morning, before the sun rises, you all hear about half a dozen howls coming from deeper in the woods nearby. Maybe a stroke of luck, it seems your quarry has wandered closer to you than you thought they would. Maybe you can finish your job quickly and return to Daggerford and receive your quite handsome reward. But you have to act quickly.
Yo, Faedra! I'm gonna shake Faedra awake.
Yeah.
That's a lot more wolves than I thought. Shit. He's gonna grab his crossbow and like tie his rapier onto his belt.
Yeah, she'll sort of grab her staff and step out into the camp, I assume.
It's dark, the sunlight hasn't even begun to rise yet, and the mists are creeped in around you guys. And the howls
Um,
echo all around you.
can
Yo,
I send out some like dancing lights around us, like sort of in a circular shape just to sort of scout out what's beyond the fog
Mhm.
as her staff kind of lights up with this starry spark.
You cast these dancing lights, and the motes of light start to appear around you, and you send them into that circular pattern, and they disappear into the fog and beyond, giving just a very ghostly, ethereal glow. But you don't see anything in the mist, but you hear it. Maybe a few 100 feet away from you, and they're starting to get away.
Darian has already been loading his heavy crossbow with a nice bolt and has sort of picked it up and gestured again towards the raven in the sky to follow the howls as he's turned back to the rest of the group. Right, well, better start moving before we lose them, huh?
Yeah, lead the way, man. Jorram, you good?
Jorram is like still lying down, and he'll just raise his head up, and he again still has his wand, just like the tip in his mouth, and he'll just take it out. Yep, let's go.
Oh, into the fog. Oh, all right. I suppose if she'll kind of follow.
Darian's already headed off towards the howls.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's head.
Alrighty, you all head off into the fog around you. As you do, you feel that heavy fog and mist coalesce around you like thousands of hungry hands, pressing against you. So very hungry. Almost as if it's trying to find a way inside your eyes and inside your mouths and inside your very being. You can't see in front of your face, and hundreds of whispers start to caress your ears, screaming, crying, sobbing, and pleading. Oh, how they plead. The voices are ancient and far too young all at once, and your heartbeat thuds in your chest, and your breath catches, and nausea starts to flood your senses. The only things that are certain in this moment are the ground beneath your feet and the voices of your companions around you. What do you all do?
I'm sticking like right next to Marlow.
We're fine. We're good. Hey, we're good, right? I'm gonna call out to the other two. We're good?
Darian's opened up his book and has started just flipping through the pages, trying to go and see if he even has heard of anything like this. This is not good.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, this is not great.
Therian, as you try and open your book to read it, you cannot see your hands. The fog is so thick.
Put the book back. Do we still hear the wolves?
You hear the wolves. You hear them behind you now. Dozens of growls and barks and whines and howls and claws and fangs snapping at the air, rushing towards you as they have begun to hunt.
He's going to immediately pull out his rapier. Right, time to do or die, everyone.
Marlowe's just gonna twitch a little bit and just randomly fire in the fog his heavy crossbow into the fog towards the howls.
You fire into the fog and you don't hear it impact anything. You don't hear any sound of it hitting anything. And you swear, though the fog is so thick, you see about 36 shadowy shapes running towards you, and you feel that ice claw at your throat as you realize you are going to die if you do not run.
Without saying anything, Marlowe's gonna sling his crossbow onto his shoulder, and he's just gonna whisper to his sister, "Run, run, 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 run," and start pulling her back.
Yep, I do what he says.
Jorram hears
Just-
run, running in that direction, following the
Yep.
footsteps. Let's get out of here.
Follow them.
Your footsteps pound the ground as you try to escape the wolves and the mist, as icy claws scrape against your skin as you move, desperation creeping at the edge of your mind. The voices continue. Escape, 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 escape. You run for what feels like hours. Your muscles burn, your feet ache, your head hurts. Until it's no longer twigs and roots and moss underfoot as you hear the soft crunch of gravel on dirt. It's a road. You've found the road. You lift your heads as the mist finally recedes. And this isn't the road you were on before.
Marlow is panting a little bit, wipes the sweat off his forehead, sees all the dirt that's on him. You good? I'm good. Yeah, you good?
Just kind of flicking dirt off of her like big cloak and just glancing around. Must have gotten turned around in the fog. But I'm sure we can find our way back.
It's wrong road, but a road meets people. Right, guys? We can go back for our shit later.
Sure.
Darian sort of, after he finishes heaving from running, picks his head up and starts looking at the road, picks up a bit of the gravel off of it, and then looks up at this. I don't know this road.
What do you mean, bro? A road's a road, ain't it? He's brushing back his hair, and you see him take both of his hands in one smooth motion. Wind passes by him as he prestidigitates all the dirt off himself.
Well, we were running for quite a while. Perhaps we just crossed the forest into another road?
Maybe.
Can I look up at is it like cloudy right now? Can we see the stars?
It's cloudy and it's early morning light that's filtering in through the fog and the mist, and you see the mist ahead of you is parting. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework as dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. And it's only silence here, as the mist press against your backs, threatening to swallow you again.
Would it be possible to try to, like, using where we are geographically, sort of just looking at around here, orientate ourselves? Or is it too foggy and cloudy?
You attempt to, but it is too foggy and too cloudy. The only really direction you can see are the gates ahead of you. Everything else is coated in that thick fog.
Well, we can't go back into the mists.
No. That would just be. That'd be silly, yeah? Wow. That's huge. As he leans back and looks at the gigantic, towering gates and the statues. What is that, like 40, 50? What do you think, dude? As he leans back towards Jorram.
I think that in a place like this is either really good for us to stumble into, or we're doomed. So much for an easy job hunting wolves.
You see, Faedra kind of rolls her eyes. Oh, come on, it's civilization. How bad could it possibly be? We've been in the woods for so long, and now the first sign of civilization, we're gonna be all, ooh, things are bad. We just escaped fog wolves.
He leans down. Yeah, I think he's one of them, like, pessimists or something.
Yeah, well, he can go pessimist for there.
Nice. Uh, he adjusts his sling a little bit and, wiggles his side bag. Oh. Well,
Come on, are we going?
Darian is gonna look at the gate. Does this gate look like anything he's ever seen or heard about before?
No. You're entirely unfamiliar with where you are.
Hmm. Well, you're right. The only thing that's going to definitely happen if we stay here is the fog's going to come back.
well, a gate's just like a big door or something. Let me commit this to memory for a second. He does like the picture hand sign, creating a rectangle. Yeah, that's a good story. And he's gonna walk towards the gate.
What? Okay. And Darian will fall behind the rest of them.
As you all move towards the gates, they swing open, the hinges screeching in volatile protest as they move, and there are no guards. There's nobody standing ready here. No travelers coming in and out. Just you four, and a single dirt road leading onwards. And as you pass through the gates and stride forward a few feet, they screech and shut behind you.
So much for
Ah!
civilization.
I'm gonna try to press on the door behind us. See if we're like locked in.
You press on the gate behind you, and it does not budge.
Oh, well, that's just lovely.
Told you.
Not chill, man. He sighs, licks the top of his mouth a little bit with a slack jaw, scritches at the couple strands of hair he has on his chin. Well, like, no way to go there, but like, forward, right? That way. As he points down the road.
As we're like going through this gate and stuff, are there any like writing anywhere or anything like
No.
that?
No writing to denote where you are, no signposting, nothing. It looks almost as if this place has been abandoned for hundreds of years.
Almost like you said, a gate means a door. A door means like a home. So there's like probably like people down there. And he points further down the road through the fog. Maybe, well, we'll ask him where we are, yeah? And we'll just scoot on out. Passing on through.
A gigantic gate that opened on its own means two things. We're welcomed, or we're wanted. Probably
Well,
not
it
gonna be
could
both.
also be magic. Some of these things are arcanely automated, you know? It could be one of those.
Or they just like realize who we are and we're honored guests or something.
True.
Large door for something like that.
I'm a large man. All right. No chit chatting. He begins working his way down the road.
You all walk down the road that is lined with these towering trees whose tops are lost in the heavy gray mist and block out all but the death gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have this silence of a forgotten grave, but exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. And as you're walking down this road, Faedra, you catch the scent of death on the all too still air.
She doesn't really say anything, just kind of wrinkles her nose and grips her staff a little tighter.
You continue to walk past, and the smell gets a little bit stronger until you reach a certain point in the road where you see blood leading off to the side.
That blood?
That's blood.
Like on the
Um,
road, on the road?
It's so you guys are walking down the road. There's blood on the edge of the road dragging off into the woods.
Uh,
does it seem fresh? Like it's still wet or
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
um 18.
18. Definitely not fresh. Maybe about a week old.
Well, it's not recent, but
Darian's gonna walk over to it and start opening up his book and then flipping through a couple pages, and then is gonna start scribing something, and he's gonna start ritual casting bloodprint.
Alrighty.
As he rips off the page and has a little design pattern on it, and then places it into the ground and incants something.
So this tells you that this is definitely the blood of a human. A person, and it leads back into the forest about 15 or so feet, and you see jutting out from the edge of one of the trees a foot.
Ah, wonderful first sight.
Picks up the bloodied piece of paper and sort of shakes it until all the blood is dried from it and sticks it back in his grimoire. Well, that just means that we need to be on edge. And I don't exactly think that this is the civilization the two of you really want. But you are also correct that this is the only way to go, so you must press on further.
Yeah, at least let me take a look. Aren't you a little curious?
If whatever it is killed a human and dragged it into these woods, I don't think that any of us are prepared for that.
It's 15 feet that way.
If you want to go into the woods that we don't even know of yet, that is of your own accord.
I didn't mean go into the woods. I want to check if it's just a foot.
You can go check. I'm staying here.
Wow. All right.
I do
Jorram will
not
just
trust these
casually
woods.
start walking on over, and he'll take a look and see whether or not this is just a foot or a whole ass body.
So, Joram, as you go off the 15 feet off the path into the woods, the scent becomes so much stronger, and it makes your stomach turn as you find a human corpse half buried in the underbrush, the foot jutting out just
Oof.
behind the tree, connected to, a whole body, appearing to be of a commoner. His muddy clothes are torn and raked with claw marks, and you can see that crows have definitely been eating at the body, and it's surrounded by paw prints. And he's been dead for several days. And you see, held in one hand, a crumpled envelope with a large letter B set into the wax seal.
Okay, definitely yoinking that.
You take the letter off the body, and you now have a worn and flimsy letter.
He'll like whisper just to like the chorus. He won't say this out loud so that anyone else can hear him. He'll like whisper, "Sorry, man, I do funerary rites, but I don't got time." And he'll stand up, turn around, and walk towards everybody else and just hold out the letter. That I'm assuming is very partially covered in some sort of blood.
It is definitely partially covered in some sort of blood.
Wow,
what
miss.
you got there?
Anyone know a B?
Just the letter?
I'm being facetious.
Well,
Jorram
let's
will
open it.
reach down at his side and he will pull out his dagger, which has a bit of a switchblade to it, and he will open up the letter and pull it out.
Alrighty, reading the letter, I'm assuming?
That's so he wants to specifically read it aloud.
Alrighty. The letter has been dated about 1 week prior and reads as follows. Hail thee of might and valor. I, the Burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now my dear Irina languishes and shall surely die from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. She has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with symbols of good, that holy men call upon their power, that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. Kolyan Idirovich, Burgomaster, is signed at the bottom.
Still, wondering about that civilization?
Yeah, great. Vampires. That's fantastic. And he's gonna open up the grimoire to a page that is just titled Vampires and has a bunch of stuff scribbled underneath it. Yeah.
Ah. Hey, we don't gotta stay for long. Judging by the fact this is a week old, I'm assuming there's nobody left at the village, so just gotta find it, maybe grab some stuff for our troubles, and report this to someone who can actually do something, yeah?
Right.
Plus, the gate's locked, so we gotta find a way to stop that.
I don't like the sound of all this. This sounds all very macabre.
I'd like to think that's the normal reaction. I think that's a good thing.
What was all that about the whole town and all?
What?
When you read it, said something about keeping the bad in, or
You mean the surround and holy symbols, making sure nothing gets out? I'm assuming that's where the gates, shut.
yeah, but we got in.
I don't think it says anything about people getting in, only out.
Well, if there's a way in, there's a way out. If it's just the gate, we'll knock down the gate.
I don't know if you've looked around at all of us, but that'd take a while.
Take a while, but at least we're not in this place where people get torn apart by whatever that is.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'd be much better, regardless of being in a foreign land, if I sleep in a building tonight. So I vote we head down the road till we find somewhere post-civilized.
I'm not
Yeah.
arguing
Yeah.
against it.
Let's argue not right beside the body. Yeah?
Yeah, it's probably a little disrespect.
Well, let's keep going then.
You all continue down the road, shallow puddles of mud dotting the sodden ground, and it pulls at the heels of your boots. Though the mists have lightened around you slightly, they haven't left, and that moisture clings to your skin and your clothes. The light of the early morning is muted and dulled around you, and in the distance you see a dark smudge of what looks to be some sort of town, though not one you're familiar with. Eventually, you come close enough to make out some details. Tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones, and the tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness, and no sound cuts the silence, except for choked sobbing and the muffled whimpering of a couple children you see standing down the road. You see a little girl crouched slightly, trying to console her younger brother, who is weeping and clutching onto a small stuffed doll.
Hello there, kiddos. Just kind of waving and trying to get these kids' attention.
As you speak and approach the children, you see the little girl quickly turn her head in the direction of your footsteps and voice as she attempts to stand protectively in front of her little brother. And she looks at you with these big pleading eyes and this tear-stained face as she almost crying out, "Please, please help us. There's a monster in our house. Mommy and Daddy are still inside with my baby brother. Please, you have to help us."
Hold on, there's a monster inside of your house.
Uh-huh.
Can you... What kind of monster?
As she speaks, she points her finger up to this tall brick row house next to you guys that has obviously seen better days. You see a gated portico on the ground floor with this rusted gate that's hanging slightly ajar, and both houses on either side of it are seemingly abandoned with the windows and door boarded up. And she points at it. I don't know what it looks like. We've heard it's howling and screaming and.
You two live there?
Mm-hmm.
And a point. Yeah.
Please help us.
Yeah, sure, no problem, right, guys? Come on.
Yeah. I mean, we can't just leave these little kids out to...
Hey, kids. Under Solanio's name, we'll take care of the monsters for you. No problem. And I'm just gonna flick my hair a little bit, try to look real cool.
You see the little boy kind of looks up from behind his sister's skirts, and he can't be maybe older than 7.
Just stay out here, all right?
They nod and sniffle. We'll stay at the gate. The fog's coming, and we can't stay outside when it comes. Bad things come in the fog. And you guys do see the fog slowly creeping in behind you, becoming thickened again.
Right. All right, come on, everybody. We got some hero business to do. Like, yeah. He clears his throat a couple of times and tries to puff up his chest and then widen his shoulders a little bit as he goes and walks towards the gate. Kind of pushes the rusty gate open.
You push the rusty gate open, and it gives that slight screech in protest as the 2 little kids kind of crowd behind you, and the little girl is up at you. My baby brother, Walter, he's on the 3rd floor in the nursery. I had to hide him there to keep him safe because I couldn't get him out, too. Mom and Dad, I think they went into the basement where the monster was. That's when I heard the screaming.
Alright, when did this happen?
I don't know. A little bit ago? It's hard to tell the time here.
Hey, you're asking kids hard questions. They don't think very well and stuff. Don't worry, kids, we got this. Let's just go in there. Let's grab the Walter. Whisper. I'm gonna whisper really closely. I think the parents are probably dead, but we can at least say Walter, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Jorram,
It's one monster. I'm sure it's
we got this.
just a wolf or something. Kids don't...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally. We got this, guys. Come on.
Jorram will pull out his wand, light up one end, and take a whiff, of course. He will murmur something to himself, and Dairan, you hear a message. What kind of thing do you think we're dealing with?
Well, I can reply back. Cool. Um, I don't know, but if it's related to this vampire nonsense, then it is not going to be good at all. As he sort of grips onto his rapier and shakes his head as he sort of walks towards the door. Well, Marlow, you will finally get to become the hero you wanted.
want to become a hero, but I mean, I guess.
That's what you said in the bar.
Well, yeah, I was drunk, but
Right.
still feel good. Still feels good, regardless. He's gonna grab his crossbow and going to walk up to the door.
Alrighty. Who is going in first?
I'll go right behind Marlow.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Marlowe's gonna go first.
And Darian and Jorram, are you guys going single file? Are you guys going ahead with him?
Darian's gonna sort of wait a bit after they keep walking and turn back to Jorram. I have a bad feeling about this as he walks behind them.
He'll follow him. You know that jinxes it, right?
This is already not going to be good. The jinx won't do anything.
True, true.
Right before Marlow pushes the door open, can I try to listen out to, like, see if there's any sort of movement behind the door?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. Ooh, not great. 8.
8. It's hard to hear anything beyond these walls and the door, because you notice the door is pretty thick, as well as the heavy brick walls. But it seems lit inside the house. You don't see any shadows flickering about. You guys pull open the door to the archway of the stone portico area, and you see oil lamps hang from the ceiling by chains, flanked by a set of oaken doors that you open up into the foyer area. And let's go ahead and pull you all over here. Now, if you guys want to go upstairs, please let me know. I will pull you over there, okay?
Thank you.
Right before he steps in, Darian is gonna sort of raise up his hand, and his raven's gonna come to him.
Alrighty, you got your raven with you.
In that case, as he enters, Jorram will again take a big whiff, and specifically as he exhales his smoke, he'll sort of twirl his wand around in his hand, and the smoke will sort of puff down through his clothes and around through his hair and pretty much all around him, and just leave like a thin little veil all the way around him, as he will cast on himself False Life for
Good
10
shit.
HP.
Ooh, that's a good amount of temp HP for you.
Yeah, that's let's go over double my health, guys. I'm still gonna die.
And then what was the other one that you wanted to cast?
The other one I will do later. Thank you.
Alrighty.
As
So
Marlowe
as you
steps-
guys walk into here, into the foyer, you see a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms. A stylized golden windmill on a red field, flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced aristocrats, and mahogany-framed double doors leading into the foyer, into the next room.
All right, Marlowe's gonna take notice of the coat of arms and just go, as he marches forward, half paying attention. He just comes up to the next door, grabs the handle, and pushes it open.
You open it and you see a wide hall running the width of the house, with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword, with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. A wood-paneled wall ornately sculpted with images of vines and flowers, nymphs and satyrs. What's everyone's passive perception?
Pretty decent, 14.
Okay.
15.
11.
10, but the bird has 13.
Alrighty. So, the twins. You guys notice as your eyes glance over these images of the vines and the nymphs and satyrs, you see woven into it serpents and skulls woven into the design.
Would I know any symbolism regarding that? Or
It doesn't
what
appear to be
that's, like,
heavy symbolism, it seems
Mhm.
decorative in nature. but an odd decorative choice.
Okay.
Oh. They must like have a thing for snakes or something. Marlo's gonna just call out, "Hello, hello."
You see,
Shall
you
we...
don't hear any noise. It's quiet.
Shall we try the upstairs? That's what the kid said their baby brother was, right?
Yeah, why investigate any other part of the house?
He says as Darian opens this door down here.
Oh my god, seriously?
Darian, as you opened that door, you see an oak-paneled room that looks like a hunter's den. You see mounted above the fireplace a stag's head, and positioned around the outskirts of the room are 3 stuffed wolves. 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs are facing the hearth, and an oak table between them supporting a cask of wine with 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. Chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs, and you see 2 cabinets up against the walls.
Sort of tenses up a little bit as he sees the wolves, but sort of noticing that they're stuffed, he relaxes a little bit. What are we saying, Jorram?
Why don't we just go get the kid and get out?
All right, he says as he closes the door.
I'm already tiptoeing my way up the stairwell.
Go ahead and click the little stair icon if you see it right about here, and it should take you up.
Oh, I got teleported.
Woo. Hello.
I'm gonna have my bard sit on the banister right here and watch and see if anyone comes in through here, and he'll let me know.
Alrighty.
Oh, fancy.
So you all head upstairs until you reach the upper wall. You see unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall, and hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of the family. You see a man and a woman with their 2 small children, who you recognize as the kids outside, and cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, and something odd you notice is that the mother looks down at this baby in the portrait with scorn. Standing suits of armor flank the wooden doors on the east and west walls, and each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths, and again, the twins. You guys notice that the youths in this depiction aren't dancing, but fighting off a swarm of bats.
Does your book have anything about bats?
Well, vampires are typically associated with bats. Some say they can change into them.
Really? He kind of like leans over and like, oh, I didn't know that.
Have you never heard of vampires before?
Well, yeah, I heard about vampires, but nobody likes to talk about them, you know? Like vampires spook people and freak them out and stuff, so I don't really talk about them.
The less that people know, the less informed they will be in situations where that knowledge is critical.
How strong are vampires, anyways? Just as a theoretical, in case we run into one.
Stronger than any of us.
So, like, between a wolf and a bear.
Stronger than the bear.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Look, I trust
mean-
the man unless you want to test it.
I am not an expert on the subject, but I'm sure that if you do find this vampire they are talking about, that you could find that out yourself.
Oh, look, a door! And he's gonna head off to a door in the distance awkwardly and
What
just
do-
swing it
Why
open.
are we not going to...
You swing open that room and you see gossamer drapes covering the windows of this elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. You see a piano and a harp and various, different instruments hanging around here. Seems to be some kind of music hall. And it is very nice here. You, with your upbringing, can spot a fellow noble.
Hmm.
I'm
I
gonna
look at that piano and give a little bit of a scrunched up face. Memories of being forced to try to learn how to play the piano, much to my protest.
I'll nudge open the door right across from my brother.
Alrighty. You see red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room, and an exquisite mahogany desk and matching high-backed chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Seated in corners of the rooms are two overstuffed chairs, and floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall, and a rolling wooden ladder allows more easy access to the top shelves.
Well, there's no babies in here.
Darian is gonna peek open this door and pretty much just do the same to check if there is anyone inside.
Bro, I
Alright.
didn't even see that door. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You go ahead and open the room, and you see an undecorated bedroom containing a pair of beds and some straw-stuffed mattresses. You see at the foot of the beds is a couple foot lockers. Seems to be some kind of servant's area.
Not in here. They did say they were on the third floor. It's still good to check the rooms to see if the parents decided to wander.
If they were screaming down in the basement, I highly doubt they're gonna be wandering.
You never know.
Either way, dudes, up we go.
Yeah.
As you all are about to head upstairs, Faedra, your elven ears pick up with a tinge. Voices. They sound very, very, very muffled. And seem to be beneath you somewhere. Not the first floor, it would be much louder.
She'll kind of like hold out a hand to like just quiet everyone. Just
What?
actually, parents. I hear voices somewhere in the basement, perhaps? Maybe they're not dead.
Hey, look at them, Mr. Negative. The parents are still alive. Let's get the baby. Let's go for the parents, and maybe we'll get some appreciation from these these people. You know?
Yeah, let's hurry though.
Good plan, dude.
Could I like sort of lean down over like where the stairs are and kind of like try to make out words if possible?
You lean over and you try, and it's too muffled. It's honestly, most people probably wouldn't have even picked up that there's voices. But I'm assuming you all head upstairs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of like pushing people forward, like, come on, let's hurry.
No, before you.
So, let me pull you all upstairs real quick. Actually, everybody go upstairs and then stay where you're at the top floor there. So, you climb this red marble staircase to its full height and come to a much different scene. This floor is exceedingly dusty. Like, not the kind of, couple weeks of not cleaning kind of dust, but abandoned house levels of dust. And you see a suit of black armor standing against one wall draped in cobwebs. And as soon as you guys come near it, its head cricks down towards you all as it raises its weapon. I'm gonna need you all to roll me initiative.
Oh no!
great.
Son of a bitch! so it begins. It's been an honor working with you guys. Can't wait to die.
Oh no, I'm in danger. It's right in front of me.
Everyone rolled 11s.
Oh my
Everyone rolled
God.
pretty good. Alrighty. Now, thankfully, this thing rolled lower initiatives than you guys, so it doesn't get the drop on you. Darian.
Sort of seeing this thing come to life, and I'm assuming that in the moment, Marlow doesn't really see it. He is going to quickly flick out his rapier. Watch out! As he just sort of tries to hit this thing and at least make everyone else aware that this thing is going to try to beat the shit out of us. Which is a 15 hit.
15 misses.
Oh, cool. Right. That's the end of my turn. Because running away is a bad idea.
Alrighty. End of your turn. Phaedra. You see this thing crick its head towards you guys as he takes a stab at it.
Oh. Uh. Ooh, I should not try to back away.
Yeah, it is very cramped
Um,
here. I'm gonna shuffle some of you guys so that way you're not directly on top of each other real quick.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
I do want to try to create some distance though.
Feel free to create distance.
I want to actually, as the armor like begins to move and creak, I'm gonna just out of almost reflex, her body sort of just disappears into like a starry wisp, and she's gonna appear on the railing of like right here.
Okay, so putting yourself back a few feet, you should be able to move back
Yeah.
there. I locked the stairs, so it shouldn't take you down now.
Like right here. Just sort of standing on that
And
the
what
railing.
ability did you use for that?
It's called Starlight Step.
There you go. So using your bonus action, you teleport yourself back, avoiding this thing hitting you.
And then in almost the same action of teleporting away, my staff almost strips the starlight away from my own body, and I'm gonna redirect it into the armor to
Alrighty.
try to hit it
Go ahead and
with
hit it.
the starry wisp.
17
Does a
hits
17 hit? For 2 radiant damage.
for 2 whole radiant damage.
And now it glows a little bit.
Yes, and now I believe it emits dim light in a 10-foot radius and can't benefit from the invisible condition. Good shit. Alrighty, end of your turn.
Yes.
Jorram, it is your turn.
He's gonna seem surprised and kind of wave his arms up a little bit. He'll stick the end of his wand into his mouth and inhale very deeply. And he will action disengage and flavor, like, blow a bunch of smoke really, really hard directly at this thing's face as he steps back.
Alrighty, so action disengaging.
Yes, and he will duck behind the corner and turn.
End turn, okay. It is the armor's turn. Now, only one person has hit it so far, but there's 2 targets in front of it. So it's gonna attack those first.
Smile.
1 to Darian, 1 to Marlow.
Yeah.
16 hits me.
16 hits you? Okay. So you're gonna take 6 points of damage.
Oof.
And 13, does that hit you, Darian, or no?
He meets it.
It meets it. Okay, so you take 3 points.
Yay.
Level 1. Level 1.
Level 1, baby!
Oh no.
And then its head cricks back towards you, Faedra, and starts to march down the stairs.
Oh.
As
Marlow,
I
you
see
may
this
take your reaction
happening
attack if you'd like.
Yoink.
with a 15 to miss.
15 to miss.
12 to miss.
Alrighty, you both miss as this thing starts to essentially pick up and in a almost robotic fashion march down the railing. At the end of its turn, Marlow, it is your turn.
Ah! The thing, as it backhanded me, I got blood on my cheek. You can tell that he's not used to pain, as tears are already welling up in his eyes as he reaches out with some of his magic. And I'm going to Hunter's Mark this fella using one of my free charges.
Alrighty,
From-
Hunter's Mark a bitch.
As I Hunter's Mark up, I'm gonna run around and be like, "What? Faedra!" And gonna stab.
And you have
Gonna run
flanking.
behind. Flanking gives a flat bonus or
It
advantage?
gives advantage.
Beautiful. 23 to hit for 8 points of damage.
Is that a crit for you?
And
No, it's
Vex.
not. And Vex. So when you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage, you have advantage on your next attack roll.
On
You
your
already have it
next
because of flanking, but
And an additional 2 points of damage from Hunter's Mark, this one being force
Nice.
damage.
so
So deal
go
10
ahead.
points of damage
10
altogether.
points
and
of
I,
damage total. A
and I feel
hefty
that,
chunk of damage.
dude, there's nothing inside this suit of armor, is there?
No. You're
As I pull my blade out. It's empty!
it's empty.
And
End
that's
of your
my turn.
turn? Alrighty. Darian, you're up.
Question. Since it's already heading down the stairs, is it going to be within opportunity attack range if I decide to move?
Yeah, because it's only 5 feet away from you. At this point, it's at the top of the stairs going down.
Okay, I'll lean over the banister and try to smack this dude and take the helmet off of him.
What is that?
Which is 13,
13
unless
misses.
I get flanking. Cool.
Actually, you know what? You can have flanking because you guys, there's 3 of you around this thing currently. Go ahead.
Ha ha ha.
19
Well, I
to
don't know why
hit.
that rolled that again. Well, no, because the first roll would have been a 2. Because I accidentally rolled again.
Oh,
So,
why did it roll twice?
because I didn't
Oh,
hit.
no worries.
Yeah.
So you
So-
swing and a miss.
Yes. Very cool. I'm gonna just sit here.
Alrighty. You sit here. Faedra, it's in your face.
Yeah, don't love that. I'm going to Marlow gave it a good smack, right?
Yeah, he gave it a pretty hefty smack.
Okay.
You can see
I
some
think
of the
I'm
armor is
gonna-
dented where his rapier hit it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sort of point blank try to blast this thing with a starry wisp.
Alrighty, it'll be a straight roll because you would normally have disadvantage from being right up against it. But
Ah,
advantage because
that's
flanking,
right.
so.
Yeah.
Uh, 13
I
to
don't
miss.
think 13 hits.
You get startled as this thing moves pretty quickly towards you. And your shot goes wide and cracks up into the ceiling, sending a shower of dust and cobwebs falling down on top of you guys.
And I will just end my turn, I think.
Alrighty.
Just sort of holding my staff in front of me.
Jorram, it's your turn.
Sort of just peeking around, his arm, like one of his arms completely buried in his overcoat. He'll, take his smoking pipe and sort of in this small little cloud of smoke around him, he'll trace a circle with a couple, lines going through it, and he'll, just murmur under his breath, and siege. And he'll tap his, wand in the middle of it, and little lines will form in the smoke. And out of it will shoot out a splash of acid at the guy.
Acid splash the guy. Alright, so there's a dex save on his behalf. The armor succeeds the saving throw with a 19.
Damn it all.
You get the sense that it's not particularly dexterous. More just, it startled everybody, it's moving around a little bit, and your aim might have just been off. The acid splashing onto the wall instead.
He seems a little ticked off, but he'll crouch back. Not crouch, but just like shuffle back behind and turn.
Alrighty. End of your turn. It is the armor's turn once more, as it takes 2 slams with its weapon. Let's see. We're gonna go 1 to Faedra, 1 to Dairan. Faedra, 16 to hit.
It does hit, but I'm gonna cast Spiny Shield.
Alright, go ahead and cast Spiny Shield. Because I believe that's a reaction spell, yeah.
As a reaction.
Nice, so go ahead and roll 2d4 for me.
Ooh,
Alright, so
that's
you
one.
only take... Oh. Okay, so nice. 4s on each. So you take no damage, reducing that 6 damage down to nothing as you deal 8 damage back to this guy.
Very nice.
As it goes to swing on you, and its hand collides with this spiny shield, and the metal crumples a little bit. Darian, 18 to hit you. I'm assuming it hits based on your set. Alright, do you have any way to reduce damage and or prevent hit?
Nope.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
I instantly hover over his token and I see red text. Oh god.
Yeah.
You're doing great, everybody! You're doing great!
As that ends its turn. Marlow, it is your turn.
As I stab into this thing and pull out, I see an opening in the armor and I go for another stab as this thing swings by me and just straight out knocks out Darian. And that's going to be an advantage for an 18 to hit.
18 hits for 8 points of damage, and go ahead and do your Hunter's Mark damage as well.
Plus an additional 5 points of
5
force
points
damage.
of damage.
As I pull the
Marlow,
blade out.
how do you destroy this suit of armor?
As I put it into its chest cavity, I'm going to thrust my blade upwards into it. And then I'm going to say, I forgot to practice my one-liners, and pull out the blade as it falls apart.
As you pull your blade out, you watch the armor just simply crumple. Whatever was animating it dissipates as the metal clatters and clangs against the floor and rolls past your feet, Faedra, as we end initiative.
As we end initiative, may I slap the man's on the ground? May I lay my hands upon him?
I'm not unconscious, he says as he's holding onto his fucking side and leaning over the banister.
He's dying, Faedra.
Don't
We
fucking touch me.
We need to help you, man.
Look, I'm fine as I uncork a healing potion.
Stop. Oh, fine. Whatever.
What?
Ungrateful bastard.
No, fine. Do whatever you were going to do. I don't need to be lectured by you, though. Or
Well,
slapped.
only if you say thank you. I'm kidding, man. I'm messing with you. Chill out, man. And I'm gonna slap him on the shoulder and give him 14 points of healings with Cure Wounds.
Nice, I believe that'll take you back up to full.
Yes, it will, as the blood is still crusted on most of the outfit, but the wincing pain that he had makes him stand back up again as it goes away. Thanks.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm. Oh,
You do
Well,
not
what
look
the-
good, my friend. You should look at yourself for a moment.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna prestidigitate the blood off my face as he wipes his face off with his hands. Perfectly clean.
Faedra will kind of slip her healing potion in his pocket.
Faedra,
What is it?
that's yours.
Well, you seem to be leaking a lot of blood there.
Man, don't say I'm leaking. Fine, I'll drink mine. He hands yours back and drinks his own.
Just kind of
Seven.
rolls her eyes. What was up with that thing, anyways?
Kicks the armor a couple of times.
Well,
No
it was
further
a suit
movement
of
comes from it.
it was a suit of armor, but I don't think that is the monster that they were talking about.
Yeah, but what's it doing here?
I
This
don't
is a
know.
house, isn't it?
Was
So
this the
it
monster?
No,
He's holding up the helmet portion beside his own head.
no, I doubt that it was. It didn't go downstairs, and they said that the monster was downstairs. And it didn't look like it moved until we came into view, so...
Alright. Let's look for this baby and get out of here.
Alright. As I open the south door...
Alrighty. So you're opening the south door there. So you
I'd like
see.
to open the north door.
Alrighty, go ahead and open the north door. So we'll go with Faedra first. You're opening the north door.
Yeah.
So you see double doors in this room have dusty panes of stained glass set into them, and the designs again in resembling windmills. As you open the door to the rooms, you see a dusty, cobweb-filled master bedroom with burgundy drapes covering the windows. The furnishings inside include a four-poster bed with embroidered curtains and tattered gossamer veils and a matching pair of empty wardrobes. You see a vanity with wood-frame mirror and a jewelry box and a padded chair, and a rotting tiger skin rug on the floor in front of the fireplace. You see a dust-covered portrait of the man and the woman again hanging above it. Everything is dusty and covered in filth and muck and spider webs, and it doesn't look like anyone has lived here for a long time.
But it wasn't like this downstairs?
No, the previous two floors were immaculately kept. They seemed like people were living there. And this floor seems like it hasn't had anybody living in it for a while.
Okay.
And then, Dairan and Jorram. So you see dust and cobwebs shroud an elegantly appointed bedroom and an adjoining door on the far wall there. You see, the bedroom seems like it wasn't made for somebody of high station, but is still relatively well kept. There's a large bed, two end tables, and an empty wardrobe. Mounted on the wall next to the wardrobe is a full-length mirror and an ornate wooden frame carved to look like ivy and berries. What was your guys' passive perceptions again?
10.
And then Jorram?
Was it passive?
Yeah, passive.
Oh, it's still just 11.
Okay. That's what you see in there.
During the walkthrough. Is there anything of obvious note just out in the open on either of these?
No, it seems like everything in here is similar to the other room. Very dusty, very gross, and very not well maintained.
Right, let's check these doors. He says as he opens the door.
You are opening the door.
Well, now that you said it like that, I don't want to open the door, but yeah, I opened the door.
Just standard balcony that seems to look out into the village around you, and you can't really see anything because the heavy fog pressed in.
Close the door.
Close the door.
Yeah, nothing out there. Try that one.
Instead of opening the door directly, Jorram will take his wand, take a whiff, and then extend his hand out towards it. And he will... He will blow the door open.
The wind blows the door open and reveals the nursery. You see a crib with the black hanging shroud on it. and you can see something laying inside.
I'll back you up. I think we found that child.
Darian will sort of holler down the hallway. We found the nursery.
Oh, is the kid in there?
Yeah.
Why don't you come over here and we'll figure it out?
Marlow this entire time has been inspecting the suit of armor. Is there any markings on it, on his inside that would have made it like magical or like come to life?
No, it just seems like a otherwise mundane suit of armor.
Nice. What kind of armor is this?
Seems to be some kind of battered plate mail armor.
Nice. I'm gonna take the helmet and the gauntlets. Those are pretty sick.
Alrighty, you could add the helmet and gauntlets to your inventory. They won't really give you any armor, but they look cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they look real cool. I mean, it's nice armor. Faedra, as you come around the corner, you see that Marlow's wearing the helmet of the thing that we just killed and the gloves.
She kind of gives you like an up and down glance and doesn't say anything, just gives you like a grimace and turns away.
What, does it look like shit? Does it
No,
look bad?
you look great.
Nah. He takes the helmet off and throws it and takes the gloves off in frustration. I thought it looked cool.
Well, you do, if cool is what a 15-year-old boy is going for.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Get in there. Go. Stop it. Go.
Alrighty, so Darian, you are in the nursery. Is anyone else going in?
I'll step in.
Alrighty, go ahead and step into the nursery. You see the crib with the swaddled something inside the black cloth.
The hair on Darian's back is gonna stand up. I don't like this. Walter.
You don't hear
Oh.
anything.
Take my staff and I'll sort of gently try to like peel the not peel but like try
You're going
to
to peel the baby?
Peel the baby.
trying to get the like blanket out of the way so I can see the baby underneath.
Alrighty. You take your staff and you reach into the crib and gently push aside the swaddled bundle in here, and as you pull the fabric away, there's nothing. There's no baby, there's no body, there's nothing in here. And then you hear a sound behind you that starts to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, and you just hear, "What have you done?"
Oh.
Oh Christ!
I need you guys to roll initiative again.
Oh no!
Oh, here we go.
Here we go again. It's been
Alrighty.
an honor, gents.
Darian, you're up first.
I'm diving through this fucking window onto the balcony. Good luck, Faedra! I'm just going over her and through the window.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Let's see how this goes. That's an 8.
8. You stumble over Faedra in your fear of this ghost that has suddenly appeared, and you do indeed slam through the glass, and you take 1 point of slashing damage as you go on the other side, and some glass cuts into your arm.
Cool. I'm behind cover. This is what matters to me. I am gonna hold my action. I guess that was my action to go dive through the window, right?
We'll count that as your movement because it's funny.
Cool.
However,
Action.
You did technically move around the corner, and this thing can't see you anymore.
Well, that's fine. I'm not gonna hit it. I am going, however,
It
hold
is
my
going to
action.
hit you as you move past.
Okay.
It misses.
Fantastic. I'm gonna hold my action too. If it appears in front of me, shoot it with my heavy crossbow as I whip that out.
Okay, you whip your crossbow out.
I whip it out.
He's whipping it out.
Oh my god, he's whipping it out.
I whooped it.
Alright, end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, yes.
Alrighty. It is the Spectre's turn. As this ghostly figure of a woman appears and tries to reach out at Dairan as he jumps ahead, the hand is instead going to swing back down towards you, Faedra. 23 to hit.
Jesus, that's definitely hits.
I need you to
Oh
make
no,
me
it
a
doesn't hit.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 11?
You succeed.
Okay.
So... Faedra, you take 7 points of necrotic damage,
Oh!
and your health is not reduced by 7.
Oh, my god.
my god!
Specters are so scary, dude.
As this thing reaches into your chest and through you, and as it pulls away, you see a portion of your soul being ripped with it, and you feel horrible. What have you done? Where is he? Where is he? As that's the end of his turn. Marlow, it's your turn. This thing just ripped a part of your sister's soul out.
So that's super cool. So what Marlow's gonna do, he has his rapier in his hand, he's gonna reach across with his left hand, grab the door, and stab up at that thing with his right hand. So using my one free action, I'm gonna close that door between Faedra and the ghost.
You close the door.
I got it here! Haha! And bonus action to move my hunter's mark onto this thing, and I'm gonna make an attack on it.
Alrighty.
Hiya!
Yeah.
With
A 9 to miss.
9 to miss.
Your blade goes up through it, and it doesn't seem to find any purchase as it goes through its kind of wispy hair.
All right.
Its head
And-
cricks
oh,
to you, and its
the-
jaw starts to descend a little bit.
He gasps back at it as it wheezes at him. Can you unpause the game for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. And
Alrighty.
Marlow's gonna backstep and go around the corner.
Since
I
it
got
was
it
just
over
its
here!
turn, it does get another attack of opportunity.
Yes, yep. I'm trying to lure it away from the party.
13 to hit.
Misses as I dodge underneath its grasp and just you hear him running down the hall.
Alrighty, end of your turn.
20. 25.
Just get
And then
as far
30.
away from this thing as possible.
I'm calling out, over here! Over here! And I got it over here! And I'm gonna run into the room, jump on the bed, and then have my rapier at the ready.
Alrighty. Faedra, it is your turn as this thing reached into you, beat the shit out of you. Your brother slammed the door and started sprinting away.
Stars, that was great. You couldn't have gone through this window less elegantly as I kind of step through the window after Darian and almost just like like around him.
I don't mess
And-
around with ghosts, lady, alright?
I'm gonna peek this door open and then could I like try to get a starry wisp in and then immediately close the door back up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Wisp a bitch.
Wisp a bitch.
Oof.
I don't think an 8 hits.
An 8 misses as the wisp flies by its head, and you see it like react almost violently to this
Yeah.
radiant light.
The moment it like turns its like creepy head back towards me, I just slam the door. I'm gonna back my way up like against this railing.
Alrighty. End of your turn?
Yep.
End of your turn. Jorram, everybody has sprinted away and left you alone with this specter.
Guess what?
Hmm.
He is going to twirl a bit of the smoke behind his back, just like flip his wand in a circle and press into the center of it. And the smoke will, like, along the ceiling, go over this door. And he will press digitate, right?
Mm-hmm.
He will press digitate a minor noise, the very faint crying of an infant on the other side of the door.
Alrighty.
And then, as that's there, hopefully drawing its attention, go over here. Go prone on this side of the bed.
You
And then
quickly
take a
prone
hit,
yourself on the edge of the bed.
And then take another hit. And turn.
Alrighty, ending turn. Darian, you hear a baby crying behind you.
Nope.
From the room you just
I am
came
going
from.
through this door. I see ghost. That's great. I'm going to jump over to the bed and
You
get
jump
over
over
here.
Jorram.
Oh shit! Sorry. As I reach down to my belt and pull off a flask, as I just pull back and say a few words in Celestial, which sort of equate to "Begone, foul ghost, and go back from whence you came." As I chuck a holy water flask at it.
As you're
Alrighty.
chucking this, Jorram, like, kind of whispers, "It's my hiding spot, asshole."
So that's a miss.
A 5 misses as this holy water splashes against this wall here. And you notice something odd as it jostles the mirror in front of it. You see a bit of space behind it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Still did not do what I wanted it to do, and that would have been really helpful right now. Cool. I don't have a bonus action, but I am going to have hide sort of right next to. I know I can't put myself here, but like right next to, on this side of the bed, next to Jorram. Just oh shit.
You guys are both
Fuck you,
hiding on the other
Yes.
side of the bed as that baby's crying continues and the specter floats through that door.
Mhm.
Faedra, you see it through the broken glass on that side as you hear its voice. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, my child, my child, my child. Where is my child? Where is he? Where is he? And it spends its whole turn looking for this baby. End of its turn, Marlow, it is your turn. You saw this thing float through a door.
Well, Marlow's in the other room. He's on a bed. He's waiting for it to chase him. He counts to 5 in his head. What? As he peeks around the corner, sees that the ghost isn't there. Gonna pull out his heavy crossbow. He's gonna load it. He's gonna kneel on one knee and just aim down this hallway. If he sees that ghost come around the corner, I'm gonna ready my action to shoot the ghost.
Alrighty, held action to shoot the ghost. End of your
That's
turn?
my turn.
Faedra, it is your turn. You see this ghost frantically looking around this room, becoming more and more agitated as the seconds pass.
Can I peek down the balcony? How high up are we?
You are high up enough that if you tried to jump, you would break your neck.
Okay, cool.
Oh, God.
Can I would it be like the hide? It would be like the hide action, right? Just
Yeah, you can take a hide
wanna
action.
stealthily like make my way out of this room, like mouth, "Let's get the fuck out of here" to like the boys on the other side of the bed, and I
We, like,
wanna
both
like
peek our heads up over the bed, just, like, nose down.
yeah, and then that's 10 feet, so
Go ahead
I
and
just
make me
wanna
a
like
stealth check.
okay, 18.
18. Alrighty, go ahead and move.
That's I think that's 30, right?
I believe so, yes.
And then I wanna like okay, wait, hold on. That's 10, and then 30. Yeah, okay. I I'm gonna hold this door closed until I hear a non-ghost person behind here.
Alright, so closing that door.
Yeah.
End of your turn.
Yes.
Jorram, you just watched Faedra creep through the room, go to the other side, and close the door as you hear this ghostly woman's voice becoming volatilely agitated. You took him, you took him, you took him, you took him, you took him!
I wish this was an artificer so I could put the crying baby noise on a rock and throw it out the window. Someone else's problem, sorry. But no, I can't do that. He'll sort of... Alright, I'm gonna go for it. If it comes to me, brilliant.
Darian is gonna like point towards the mirror that is sort of like showing that there's another like access point. Maybe we just go there.
Yeah, you go there. I'm getting with the others. I'm not splitting up in this place. If there's secret rooms and shit, I ain't doing anything. He's gonna... Not even attempting to, like, properly stealth, just get up. Just leave his wand sitting out of his mouth, smoking on one end.
Alright, so do you
And he's
spend
gonna
half your
take-
movement to get up?
Yes. And dodge action right here. Just looking over towards everywhere along the wall in this direction, ready to... Just sort of trying to, like, breathe a little heavier into his wand so there's more kind of smoke around him, so it might be harder to hit him, so he can kind of dodge within that end turn.
Gotcha. Darian, you see your friends, well, not friends, more workplace acquaintances at this point, leaving as you hear that woman's voice start screaming and wailing.
Yeah, she's going to be pissed off. I'm going over here. I'm figuring out what's behind this mirror, and I'm going through it.
Alright, you pull the mirror off, and you see a
Oh.
stairway leading up.
Oh my god, there is actually... Oh my god.
Jorram, come on! As I go up the stairs. I guess I will use my action to stealth as I've been doing all that, which I should have said.
Alright, go
There
ahead
was
and
like a
stealth.
pause. There was a pause after you, like, I go up the stairs, and I was very much expecting I no longer want to go up the stairs!
Not yet.
Expecting
It's still
instant
pretty good
regret.
up here. Though I do have like 10 more feet of movement, if I'm not mistaken. 15.
Alrighty, go ahead and move your feet.
So boop, and then boop.
There you go.
There's a door, Jorram. Come.
End of your turn.
Look, I'll get there when I get.
Yes, but if possible, could I have closed the mirror?
You had to pull it away, kind of revealing that that open space there.
Okay, well, fuck it. I'm fine.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
End of your turn, it is the specter's turn. As it busts through this wall next to you, Jorram, screaming, its jaws distended down a good foot from its face. And it looks down at you. You took my baby!
Lady, I wouldn't willingly take on a child if it was forced on me.
18 to hit.
Oh god, even with disadvantage? Holy shit.
Oh wait, that's disadvantage, right. Let me go ahead
Yeah, I
and...
dodge action.
10 to hit.
A 10 to hit would hit, but as it goes near me, Jorram is not going to respond or anything. He's just going to, as it like lunges at him, he's going to directly inhale, and a little bit of the smoke is going to form like a warding barrier in between him and it, bringing him up to
Nice.
15.
This thing swings down at you, and its claw comes in contact with the shield, and that reverberating thump happens around you as its hand bounces back. As it is just screaming and wailing and screeching and clawing furiously towards you. And
Bitchin'.
finding that it has no purchase on you, is going to crick its head and start going this direction.
Ah!
Oh god, shoot it! Shoot it!
As I see the ghost come through the
Shoot
door,
it!
phase through
Shoot!
Faedra, I'm gonna shoot it. Ah! 22 to hit.
22 to hit. You do 11 damage to this motherfucker.
Plus.
As the bolt flies through its head and hits the wall, barely missing your sister by like an inch.
Also, dealing an extra 1 point of force damage.
And you push it
And
back.
And
I forget, are your
Also good-
weapons magical?
no.
So this will do half damage.
Alright. It also has mastery push as the ghost gets hit by the bolt and shoved back through the door.
Nice.
10 feet.
So this thing goes back 10 feet. Back through your sister and into the wall.
Sorry! You good? You're good!
That felt violating.
And funny thing, it's still got 30 more feet of movement.
Oh my god.
It floats back through.
Of course.
Once again, going through your poor sister. Lunging towards
Oh my
you, but
God,
it does not have an
3
attack
times.
this round. Marlow, it is your turn. This thing is up in your face, moving with an unnatural speed.
Beautiful. It is currently blocking my path.
Mm-hmm.
Can I move through it, or do I have to take the tumble through action?
You can move through it, as it's not actually here.
Cool, awesome. Action, disengage, run through the ghost, dive, grab my sister by her arm, push her to the side slightly, open the door, be like, we gotta. Oh, hello. So that's 20 feet there, 25. And as he comes running around the corner, he's gonna yell out, where's the other? Sorry, where's the other one? Dairan, haha. Where'd he go?
His eyes are closed and he's just sitting there smoking his wand, and he'll just nod in that direction towards the obviously moved mirror and staircase.
Cool, everyone up as he goes around the corner, and that's my turn.
Alright. End of your turn, Faedra. This thing has just moved through you multiple times, and you feel icy cold. You feel sick. You feel nauseous. And you feel achy all over on your back and your chest, as if you're old and you're feeling old wounds. 10, 20, 30, 40 spots on your body light up in a dull pain.
Just sort of like holding back the urge to just throw up all over the carpet right now. She'll hold her staff in front of her like it's a shotgun, and she will let out another starry wisp. Yeah.
22 to hit.
22
Blast
to
him!
hit
For
4 points of radiant damage.
8 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
As this thing screams and wheels back, seemingly volatily affected by your radiant damage.
And then I'm gonna step through this door
Hey, come on.
and
We're
shut
going
it behind me.
pass up here, up the stairs. Go. Go up the stairs. Yep. I'm not scared. You are. Go.
And I think I have 10 more feet of movement.
5 more feet, because it's 5 feet to go up the
That's-
stairs.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll just move out of the way of the stairs.
And you see your buddy just hanging out on the stairs.
Oh. Hey.
Fuck.
And
Oh.
that's my turn.
End of your turn. Jorram, your friends are all going upstairs.
He'll finally open his eyes and look up at this thing down the hallway. You will see Marlow, as without moving his wand, he'll just take his wand and move it to his side, and just hold it down there smoking, and the smoke trailing off of it will like swirl in front of him into like an orb of smoke. And he will take his other hand flip the bird and push his like hand with the middle finger through the smoke, and just like mutter, I don't know, Sarovo, a magical word under his breath in the most deadpan voice possible as he acid splashes it.
Splash it with
Oh.
acid.
For one, fuck off.
It fails. It takes 1 whole point of acid damage.
Oh.
And a little smoky middle finger will fly towards it and cover it in acid as the smoke turns into acid when it makes contact.
Nice, nice.
Just walking past you. Okay. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh. Once again, start smoking at back of this room. Enter.
Alright, Dairan, it's your turn again.
You're going to go in front, at least open the fucking door. He says as he goes forward and opens the door and steps through.
Alrighty.
What the fuck?
You see another room. A bare hall choked with dust and cobwebs, even more so than the previous floor. There's no
Shit.
furnishing of any kind up here, but you do see a few doors.
Okay, I'm going to the left, okay? I say as I go over there, and I'll open the door.
Alrighty. You see another dust-choked room containing a slender bed with a nightstand, a small iron stove and a writing desk with a stool and a wardrobe and a rocking chair. And you see a smiling doll in a lacy yellow dress sitting on the northern window, staring at you.
I'm gonna shoot the doll with my heavy crossbow. That's going to be a 22 to hit, and I am intending on pushing it through the window.
Your bolt crashes into the doll and goes into the window. And it should break the window. It should break the window, but it does not. But the doll explodes into pieces and falls to the
Oh,
ground.
thank God.
Oh my god.
Oh, I see part of the bits. Oh. That's the end of my turn. That's all my movement.
Alrighty. End of your turn. It's the Spectre's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, hello. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I'm so sorry.
17, you succeeded. You don't reduce your max HP by 4. Oh my god, why did it do all that?
God? I have no idea.
Anyway, go ahead and roll me your Constitution saving throw for your con check for your concentration.
Thank you.
Alright, you
18.
succeed. So you keep up your hunter's mark as this thing cuts into you and goes through you,
Ouch.
floating up the stairs, screaming all the while, "You took him, you 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 took him!"
Guys, it's coming.
Marlow, you get an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Yes, I would like that very, very much. As I stab it with a 7th and completely miss it.
You miss it as it floats past you, and that cold and nausea and ache creeps into your body, and it throws you off for a second as this thing starts to head up towards your sister.
Oh, this little bastard.
It's your turn, though.
I'm going to chase it up the stairs. Rapier in hand. Just gonna
Yeah.
make room for you.
No worries.
As I run through the thing, I'm gonna stab it.
Stab
Come
it.
on.
12 hits.
Sweet. As I deal 6 points of damage, followed by an additional, so 6 points of non-magical piercing and two points of magical force.
Alrighty, you see that this thing is barely hanging on. Its form is flickering, it is screaming, it is flailing, and it is reaching its hands out as if it's going to strangle you. End of your turn?
You got finish him off, sis. Send him home. That's the end of my turn.
Phaedra, it's your turn as this thing is reaching out, one hand towards you, one hand towards your brother, reaching towards your neck. Give him back! Give him back!
In the panic of this thing rushing at me so quickly, I will sort of just like angle my staff into its body, and try to Starry Wisp this guy.
Okay, it will be disadvantage because you are point blank with this thing.
Is my brother not behind him?
He said he pushed up past you guys.
Oh, did he? Fuck, okay.
Unless, correct me if I'm
Yes, that's
mistaken,
fine.
Marlow.
Oh, I was chasing the ghost, and I simply put my token there just so that way you could see it.
Okay, so yeah, you can have a straight roll then.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for clarifying.
An 8 misses.
That does not hit though.
As you angle your
Yeah.
staff up into this thing's chest and you are confident you're going to hit, its eyes start to bleed. This disgusting black ichor, and it makes you revulsed. And you flinch back and it crashes into the ceiling instead.
Shit! And that's my turn.
Alrighty, end of your turn. Jorram, it's coming up at you guys from the bottom of the stairs.
Take the wand, kind of twirl it around in his fingers. Just stick his offhand out towards this thing, and then just taps the side of his head with his wand, and he's just go back to hell. And acid will shoot out of smoke that twirls around his fingers.
Alrighty. It fails. How do you kill this thing as the acid consumes it?
As the smoke that shoots out of his hand, it is straight up just wall of smoke, a comical amount coming out of the end of this wand. And it all just turns into acid, and it just burns this thing from all directions until it burns away in the middle. It screams and cries, dimming and dimming and dimming until nothing.
Nice.
And he'll put the wand back in his mouth.
As we end combat there, you all heaving breaths on this dusty and dim-lit staircase. There's barely any light up here. It's hard for you to see, not because of the dim light, because of all the dust floating around in the air that's been kicked up by you guys moving around.
Phaedra, you good? You good, buddy?
Don't call me buddy.
Sorry,
She's
pal.
kind of slumped across where the staircase kind of curves, and she's just kind of holding her staff in front of her like it's a fucking lifeline.
Why do my bones feel like dad looks?
Shut up. What the hell? We're supposed to fight ghosts?
This is a messed up wolf hunt.
Boy, come on, the two of us, we're moving on.
I don't want to be here anymore, man. This ain't
A
cool.
potion, move over, grow up.
Darian is searching
adult.
this room.
You search the room and you see on the embroidery on some of the fabric on the edge of the bed, Rose. Not the flower, but the name.
You know, it's just hitting me now. We definitely should have asked where they were hidden.
No, we did. And they said that they were on the third floor in the nursery, which is where that was where we just were. I'm also using the wrong voice. I'm using the wrong voice. They were on the third floor in the nursery, but now this is a place that, I mean, I just tried shooting a bolt through the window and it did not go through. So I think that this is
Oh,
not
that's a good
supposed
sign.
to-
Good.
Yeah, I don't think that this is a good place.
Oh, none of this place is a good place. Didn't you hear about the vampires and the surrounding the entire land and objects of
That
good?
and the ghost and, the armor set, all that.
Oh, just
Hey,
so you know,
is there a baby up there or what? If there's no baby, let's just keep it
There's
moving.
doors
Yes?
where a baby might be.
Yes, we're checking the rooms. Though
You
I
all
feel like
hear
something is
a-
coming.
You hear a
Hearing
faint crying coming from this room.
Okay, that's not me this time.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright. Get up here.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go just back down the stairs. Seeing that there's windows on the southern room that we're in,
Mhm.
I'm gonna look out the window. Are the two kids still there? Are they okay?
You can't see the portico from here because it's beneath you guys, but you know they were downstairs inside that first little gated area in the house.
I'm gonna go. A little concerned. I'm gonna go and catch up with the rest of them.
I'm gonna sip on my potion of healing.
Go ahead and take your potion of healing.
Hold on, I've got the door.
For 7. Which
ahead and
puts
add
me
back.
back to full.
There you go.
Darian's gonna have his rapier out and sort of like pointed towards the door while Jorram gets ready to open it.
Oh, I'm gonna do the same thing. Shing. Copying him, getting to like see him getting ready and posing and being like, "Oh, right," and I kind of crouch down like he does as well, like, "Whoo."
Yeah. I'll also ready a starry wisp.
Alright.
He'll like start saying something to like cast a spell, and then you guys will see the end of his wand like go out, and he's like, "Gah." And he'll like take it down like towards the end and just like start snapping his fingers at the end of it, and there's like sparking noise and like visual, but it's not actually lighting, and it's like, give me a second. Oh, there we go, and it re-smokes up. Zorath, and he'll point towards it, and elementalism, wind. I did not mean to place the template. Open the door.
You blast this air against the door and it does not open. You hear a thunk as it sounds like it's locked.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
the door's locked.
Um, anyone have a thieves kit?
Yep. Right here, man. And I'm gonna just shove my rapier into the freaking door and just try to break the
That's-
lock open.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and make me a attack with your rapier.
14 for 6.
14 for 6 points of damage. You slam your rapier into the door and you start to wrench it through the wood, and it's starting to come off, but it seems like it needs a little bit more to go.
Oh, almost got it. Yeah, let's check that out. Almost got it. You want to finish to the job?
Sure. As I hit the door with him for an 8 to hit, which I
Well,
mean,
we're not counting the hit, it's just it's a
okay,
door.
5 damage.
It's more the damage.
Oh shit! I missed. Hit the wall.
With another 5 points of damage, you carve through the remainder of the part holding this door up as its rotted wood starts to crumble away.
See? Keys.
And the door opens.
Oh dear God.
What?
Inside this
No.
room, you see a bricked up window flanked by 2 dusty, wooden framed beds sized for children. You see a toy chest with windmills painted on its side, and a dollhouse that seems to be a perfect replica of this house in which you stand. The furnishings are draped with cobwebs, and lying in the middle of the floor are 2 tiny skeletons, wearing tattered but familiar clothing to the children that you met outside, as the smaller of the 2 cradles a recognizable stuffed doll.
We have to get out of here right now. Like, he will, for once in the entire, like, of you guys knowing Jorram, he does not look, like, out of it or frivolent. His eyes burn with, like, a bit of intensity and a bit of fear. And he'll just point into the room with his wand that's, like, smoking at the end. I don't think those were the kids downstairs.
Oh. Yeah. No, I think those were the kids downstairs.
You hear the sniffled crying continue from within that room. seemingly coming from the dollhouse.
Marlow regretfully steps in, peeks into the dollhouse.
Go ahead and make me a perception
I'm-
check or investigation check as you check the dollhouse.
I'm gonna ready an attack in case anything pops out.
Natural 20.
Natural fucking 20, goddamn.
Or
Ooh.
24.
So you peek into this dollhouse, kind of looking around carefully, and you find a bunch of doors that you didn't notice before. Doors and walls leading to secret areas like the one you came up. And you see one in this wall over here. Or what would be that wall over there in the dollhouse that looks to be some kind of staircase leading down. And also, as you do, you hear the whimpered crying behind you. Please don't take my stuff. Please? As you see the two children from before, huddled in the corner, their visages clearly see-through, as they look up at you with sad eyes.
Yeah, don't worry, little dudes. It's yours. I'm not gonna take it.
Promise?
Yeah, promise.
Will you play with us?
Sure. I'm gonna sit down cross-legged on the ground. What game you want to play, little man?
The little boy looks up at you and holds up the doll. If you attempt to take it, you'll find that your hand just goes right through it.
Yeah, he reaches up and his hand passes through it. But then I see the doll on the ground. I'm gonna pick up the doll on the ground and hold it in the same place the kid's holding, the spirit's holding theirs.
Let's see. As you reach out and hold this doll to the child, he smiles for the first time as his hands reach out and clasp yours. And he just mutters, "We're gonna be friends forever," and vanishes. Marlow.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Come here for a second, buddy. Anyway, back to the group.
Fuck the parents, dude.
Bro, what do you mean? They
Fuck
might
them
not be
kids.
dead. These
So what's
kids
up?
are dead.
I will say also, Faedra, you have pretty high passive perception. You notice on the ghosts of these children that they are nothing but skin and bones in their visage. And you piece together pretty quickly that they starved to death.
It's fine.
Just to clarify, these two, the siblings, are they the same two kids that we saw, that we talked to before?
Exactly the same.
While this is going on, Darian is gonna go and check these two rooms over here. So he's gonna open up.
Not alone,
this-
you know.
Oh yeah, you can come behind me. But I'm just opening them up and checking what's inside.
Alright, so you're checking those two rooms. The one up to the top here, you notice is just a web-filled room containing a slender bed and a nightstand and a rocking chair. It seems like there's not a whole lot in there, it's pretty threadbare. The bottom one down here, that you were also checking out, correct?
Yes. Oh.
You see a dusty chamber packed with old furniture, chairs, coat racks, standing mirrors, and mannequins, all draped in dusty white sheets. Near an iron stove underneath one of the sheets, you see a wooden trunk that seems slightly ajar. Seems like there's some cloth that's kind of stuck in the corner that keeps it open.
Darian is just gonna look back at Jorram.
That. Look, I'll back you up if you want to go for it. I do not care about what is probably clothes.
Okay, where exactly is this trunk in the room? Is it next to the fireplace?
Yeah, it's like right over here. It's pretty close.
Okay, cool. I'm going to look back at Jorram. Just make sure that just watch my back for a second, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna check what's in the trunk.
You cautiously pop open the trunk and you see skeletal remains in what seems to be the outfit of a nursemaid, wrapped in a tattered bedsheet stained with long dried blood.
He's going to.
Upon closer inspection, looking at the clothing, you can see it was stabbed multiple times, and that the outfit faintly resembles the one of the specter that just attacked you downstairs.
He is going to go back through and close the door, and just sort of shake his head. Not good.
Mars, you okay?
Yeah. I'm good. Sorry, that was a lot. He takes the doll and he holds on to it close. Should get out of here, yeah.
The
Yeah, let's go.
The little girl kind of
There's,
floats through the door behind you guys.
Oh,
I'll show you the secret way.
Huh?
Yeah, there's he
Is it-
points past the two of you to the end of the hall. There's a secret door over there.
oh, shit.
This way. Come on. Quickly, they're gonna come back.
Who's
You know,
gonna
yeah,
come back?
Look, okay, the kids probably got the right idea.
All right, let's go.
And she
That just watch you trying to walk through the wall, bro. Come on.
vanishes down that stairwell.
I
Oh god.
What the fuck?
Oh god.
Let me
Where
pull
the-
all,
Oh god. I zoom out. Oh god.
let me pull all you guys down here.
Oh my god.
As the little girl has vanished. She can't
Oh,
be seen
fuck.
anywhere.
Why did we trust her? God damn it.
Rachel, go ahead and click the ladder so you go down. Thank you. As you guys enter a dark space, so dimly lit, there is no light down here. For those of you without dark vision, unless you have light sources, you will not be able to see down here. It's a narrow spiral staircase made of creaky wood and 5-foot wide shaft. It's tiny. And you guys descend some 50 some odd feet.
Anybody got a torch?
And
seeing how dark it is, can I cast dancing lights, just
You
distributing
may.
the little motes of light among us?
as well as you all may level up to level 2.
Oh my god.
Let's
Oh,
go.
good. Oh,
Mid-sesh level up.
That's
Holy
a
shit.
good
Mid-session level
sign.
up. Also,
God,
while
I'm
you
trying
guys
to-
are going through these halls, as you guys have come out into this area, the tunnels in here are 4 feet wide by 7 feet high. It is
Oh.
Great.
cramped.
Apologies
Alright.
if you.
Wait, 4 feet wide and
7 feet tall, so it is very, very
Oof,
cramped. You can
okay.
barely walk through this
so like
area.
very one person at a time.
One person at a time. So you guys may adjust yourselves based on who's going to be in front as you'd like. When you're done with your level ups, of course.
Yeah, I need this.
Who's being in front? No, who's being in front? We gotta decide.
Not me, man. Not me. Because you see him holding the doll tightly in his left arm.
Fuck, I'll go.
Okay,
Just
got
keep
it,
those
got it.
lights away from me.
Hey,
That's the
Matt.
wrong voice again. Just keep those lights away from me.
You can change your
Matt,
voice if
here,
you want,
here.
but
No, I don't. No, I just keep switching into taller on the side. It
Daddy,
is fine. Yes, what?
you don't hate the smell of smoke, do you?
Not. Why?
He will inhale from his wand and blow a bunch of smoke all over you.
No. Yeah. Oh. What the hell are you doing?
Should help.
Okay. Well,
And you said I had one thing of it, so yeah. Starting from when we continue, because you're in front.
Alrighty, so you're casting that on Darian, correct?
Yes,
Alrighty.
hit him with that phasmophobia smoke.
You got
You're
protection from
saging me
evil
up?
and good. He's saging you.
Well, there's okay. Are we all good, by the way?
Make sure your
Yes.
HP is at full if it's not already. Make sure to give back all your spell slots except for Jorram, subtract the one you just used, but otherwise full.
Yeah.
All right. There's a left and a right, but I see a bench and it looks like a table down to the right. So I think I'm going to head this way.
As you guys are starting to move on, you hear the little girl behind you guys up in the stairwell.
Oh.
Be careful of the monster.
Monster. Right, monster. Monster. Thank you.
Which means we are not talking.
If you
I'm not
guys,
talking to the child. By the way.
if you guys find Mom and Dad, let them know that what happened. They never came back. They
Who's
locked us in
they?
there and then they never came back. You're asking who's they?
Yeah.
Mom and Dad. They told us to be good and they put us in the attic and then they locked the door. And then it got dark.
All right. Let's be quiet and not try to make a sound. As Darian disappears into the darkness.
As you are disappearing into the darkness, you hear an eerie, incessant chant echoing throughout the air around you. It's impossible to gauge where it's coming from, but you just hear muffled chanting off in the distance. Faedra, you realize this is the voice you heard before. You still can't really make out what it's saying. It's garbled and warbled, but it's chanting.
Darian is gonna go flip open his grimoire, and is going to rushed incantation cast Clue. Which blah 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 blah. No, I don't have spell slots. Stop making me consume. So for the next 10 minutes, all footprints and fingerprints within a 45-foot radius point of me become highlighted and glow faintly for the duration. At the time of casting, choose any period of time up to the last 10 days to the present. Only footprints, so pretty much the past 10 days.
Okay.
Only footprints and fingerprints left within that time will be highlighted. Each creature whose footprints or fingerprints are detected by the spell is assigned a unique color, but are not otherwise identified.
Alrighty.
And it also acts during the spell, so anything that moves during the spell as well will also be highlighted.
You see tiny little pinpricks that seem to be an insect or two, but you don't see any footprints otherwise.
Okay, cool. It also reveals invisible creatures that are moving around in front of me, which is the main thing that I wanted to use it for. As I
It says it, which might reveal invisible creatures if they have moved in that area. Okay,
if they have footprints or fingerprints.
gotcha.
And I think the range is 45 foot. Yeah.
Mhm. Which
So I will.
it is discomforting to you realizing that within the last 10 days, no one's walked around down here. And those children's skeletons up above were old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just worried about the monster.
As you reach there, you see a couple branching pathways, one to your left and one to your right. And you see written on the sidewall, Durst Family Crypts.
What family crypt?
Durst, Durst.
Okay. I'll sort of whisper back and sort of gesture for people to follow. Looks like we're in the crypts. This is
Hey,
going to go great.
I cannot see.
One of you want to hold his
Uh,
hand?
Yeah, yeah. You guys go first. I'll be right behind you.
Sure.
I'll watch our backs. I don't like
I'm
crypts.
gonna
Creepy, man.
look at you. Kind of gives you like a side eye and holds your hand behind me.
Thank you.
Get it
Where's
back
our
in there.
guy?
He went that way as he points off towards the south.
Dairan, you come
And
into a room with a plain wooden table flanked by long benches, and you see dozens, upwards of almost 100 moldy human bones strewn about on the dirt floor that look like they've been chewed on.
Is there any footprints or anything within the past 10 days that are around these bones?
No.
Oh, good.
You see a darkened alcove off in the corner and a couple more branching pathways off this way and that way.
Darian's gonna go this way.
Alrighty.
hey, come on. You're like a wave for everyone, just like with one arm.
As you guys pass by, you hear the chanting grow louder down that hallway.
Okay, yeah, not that way yet.
As we're like going down this hallway, I'm gonna like sort of squeeze Marlowe's hand behind me, and I'm gonna take my staff and I'm gonna uh tap him like on the shoulders, and I want to cast protection from good and evil.
Alright, go ahead and cast your spell.
Let's go. We be warden ourselves.
She be warden on my oh, that will end my dancing lights, but hopefully you're in a place that
Oh God.
As everything dark goes around you.
As everything goes dark around you, Jordan.
Hey, please don't go too far away. My
Alrighty.
lights are gone.
So-
Need to get a torch.
And
Marlow.
I'm gonna yes.
Yes.
Go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm. 10.
Still feel the same.
Just
I literally like it doesn't matter if I'm next to your token, I don't actually know even where you're going. Like I cannot see your token, even like I cannot see outside of my space.
Yeah, it is
Uh,
pitch black down here.
Yeah, I can see nothing, dude. You have to tell me where you're going. I'm sorry.
Darian is going to just sigh and just reach into his bag and pull out a torch and light it for him and hand it to him. Just don't stand near me with that shit.
Right, right. It's just a
Oh,
fire, man.
Alrighty. So you all, the two of you walk into this bigger room here. You see now that you have your torch, you can both see this. You see a 4-foot diameter well shaft with a 3-foot high stone lip descending about 30 feet into a water-filled cistern, with a wooden bucket hanging from a rope and pulley mechanism bolted into the crossbeams above the well. And you see 5 side rooms that seem to be some kind of small bedrooms. each with a moldy bed and mattress and a wooden chest at each one.
Hmm. Let's check out these chests, see if there's anything useful in here.
You go and pull on the lid of the chest and it is locked.
Bust it.
Go ahead and smack a lock.
Just got him
Schmuck.
punch through the top.
You
For
start to
four.
get a little bit of headway in there, but you feel like 4 is not going to be enough.
Yeah. Let's see if any more of these are unlocked. Unless I can beat it
As
again.
I'm like walking down the stairs, I'd like to spend a wild shape and change into a panther.
Alrighty.
Panther.
You panthering?
I hardly knew her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so as I'm basically going down these steps, starlight sort of enveloped me, and by the time I reach the bottom steps, I am fully a big old cat. Oh wait, actually, wolves get dark vision in the 2025 book, so I would like to be a wolf.
Marlow, your sister turns into a wolf in front of you. Like the ones from outside in the mist and the fog, and it is terrifying.
Marlow kind of jumps back a couple of steps.
She kind of like tilts her head at you from the bottom of the steps, sort of in like a questioning sort of look.
Kind of tucks himself from around the corner, and his head's a little low. He's trying to avoid making eye contact with you.
I'm gonna run up there and start tugging at his pant legs.
Stop it. Hey,
You are
stop,
being
stop,
attacked
stop.
by this wolf.
Stop it! Kind of kicks you off, shaking his leg and pulling his leg back. Fuck it.
The
Fuck it.
wolf
He's gonna get.
seems very like in like it looks at you like, what the fuck, dude?
See him. He just kind of rushes his way down another hall, looking over his shoulder and stumbling into a room.
Alrighty. You sprint and stumble around these rooms, and let's see. Oh, hold on, I gotta put you back here for a second. I forgot about these guys.
Oh boy.
As one, two ghouls rise up from the ground as they hear your approach and reach out towards you. Initiative time!
Yeah!
Oh god.
Motherfuck! I don't even see you guys.
Yeah, they're dead. Oh, not the ghouls.
Oh god.
It's not looking too great.
Alrighty, we are gonna begin combat. As ghoul number 1 is going first. Marlow, you are at the bottom of initiative. I am so sorry, my dude.
It's alright, it's alright.
As this thing is one is gonna reach at you and try and bite at you. For a 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Its teeth cub right near your shoulder, and you instinctively flinch back as this thing terrifyingly comes too close to you. You want to scream. It is so fucking terrifying to you.
He just hears screaming from down the halls.
Faedra, it's your turn. You hear your brother screaming in terror.
The game's paused. But I would like to go after him.
Go after him. Go get him.
Uh, where did he go?
You hear screaming down this direction.
Okay.
Fuck.
Can I? Can I like move through him to attack and then move back?
How much feet did you just move?
That
5,
was.
10, 15, 20, 30, 35.
I have 40 feet of movement.
Okay. You can't end your movement in his space, and I think you only have 5 feet left.
Ah, okay. Um.
But you see your brother screaming in terror as these 2 ghouls bear down upon him. Marlow, you hear that wolf coming up behind you again. It's coming to eat you.
I don't
You
know what's
see-
going on with him, so I'm gonna try to. Like, can I try to shove him behind me?
You know what?
Shove
Yeah,
aside?
go ahead and instead of your attack, go ahead and make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Right. 13?
Alrighty. Marlowe, are you resisting?
Well, this wolf is coming to eat me, and as it tries to grab onto me and shove me behind it, I am.
Alright, go
I
ahead and
am
make
not
me an
letting-
athletics or acrobatics check.
Beautiful, beautiful. So that's gonna be an acrobatics as I jump out of the way of this wolf that's attacking, and I turn my head to the right, seeing an open hall that I'm about to book it down.
Faedra, you try and grab onto him, and you see in his eyes fear as he looks at you. He's not seeing his sister, he is seeing a predator.
Okay. Would I be able to, like, in the moment, try to understand, like, what is going on? Because I am proficient in arc.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make me an arcana check.
Um.
15.
15, but it's supposed to add my wisdom modifier too.
Yeah, so higher than what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this moment, you realize that even though you cast that protective magic on him earlier, it only keeps you from being possessed if you're not already possessed. You know your brother. That's not him.
Okay. Well, we deal with these ghouls first.
Alrighty, end of your turn.
Yeah. Yes.
Alrighty, second ghoul's turn. It's gonna take a claw attack. With a 9, it misses.
Oh my god!
Its claws scraping through the air above you and clashing into the wall next to you. Is it just... It is covered in darkened blood around its mouth.
That's horrifying.
Darian, it's your turn. You hear screaming coming from the hallways behind you from Marlow.
Darian is just gonna perk his head up, and he can't see them at all, right?
You can't see them, you just hear the sounds of screaming and...
Great. I look back at Jorram. Does he look like he wants to fight this fight?
He is very much just like, almost looks like he's straight up gonna like push you towards them, like run on top of you and over you.
I'll move 20 feet this way. Is it clear the fighting's coming from over this way?
Based on the sound, it could be coming from either side.
Cool. I'll go here. And I'm going to ready my action for if anything that is not my associates that are here, that I'm going to hit it with a heavy crossbow. But at the same time, I'm also going to bonus action hold on to a holy symbol that I pull out from underneath my cloak, and say, Arma consecrata proteja me. And I'm going to bonus action cast, or quicken cast, consecrated armor.
Alrighty, go ahead and cast your
To give
consecrated armor.
myself an AC of 12 plus 2, so 14 regularly, and a 17 against fiends or undead.
Good for you.
That's on top
Yes.
of protection from evil and good. That's cooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is
Alrighty.
the end of my turn as I ready my action to, once again, if something comes within range, shoot it with my heavy crossbow.
Alrighty. Jorram, it is your turn.
Hold action to acid slash anything that shows up that is hostile down this hallway, and turn.
Alrighty. Marlow, it is your turn.
As Marlow lets out a scream, this wolf bites, tries to grab onto him. He is going to use his action to disengage. He runs down the hall, stumbling,
You see
and
your
then
friends
he's
off to your right.
friends off to the right. Yes, 100%. He goes and runs toward them. Ghouls, 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 ghouls. There's ghouls. And that's my action, and that's my turn. Yeah.
Alrighty. Ghoul number 1! There's a tasty wolf! 4 to hit! It doesn't hit you!
Thank God these ghouls.
Faedra, it's your turn!
Our... I'm gonna take a bite at this stupid fucking ghoul.
Bite at him! Bite him!
Ow. No friends near me for pack tactics. So sad.
18 hits.
For
Dealing
4 damage.
4 points of damage. Taking a little nibble out of his shoulder.
I'm gonna stay put in this hallway to block these ghouls.
Alrighty. End of your turn?
Yep.
Next ghoul's turn. Clawing at you. Ooh. For a 23 to hit.
Okay,
Oh,
that
no.
hits.
For 5 points of slashing damage. Go ahead and roll me a con save.
5.
Your concentration fades. So I believe that means, Marlow, you are no longer under protection from evil and good.
Damn. I feel the protections fade around me as I quiver a little bit more.
Darian, it is your turn. You just see Marlow booking it up behind you, screaming about ghouls, and you hear screeching off in the distance.
Okay, I head over there. Okay. I'm moving 5 feet over there, but it won't let me move 5 feet, so...
It's because you gotta
I
go
guess that
around the
would be-
corners.
Okay, so are we counting that as actual movement?
Yeah, because you have to. Because the
5,
hallways were
10,
so
15,
tight,
20.
you can't.
Oh, hello.
Squeeze.
I can now. Oh, hello. There's a wolf. I don't know about the wolf.
You don't
I
know
see
about
the
the wolf.
wolf is getting attacked by the ghoul, though, and I don't like the ghoul. Heavy crossbow to the forehead for Mr. Ghoul.
Shoot him.
Oop. It is a 24 to hit for
That is
18
a natural
damage.
20.
Yes, for 18 damage.
All that damage. You watch that ghoul get fucking completely eviscerated as your bolt sinks through its forehead and pins it to the wall.
Nice.
Beautiful. As I start loading another one and head down here, is the wolf angry at me? Because I don't know that this is Faedra yet.
You see that the wolf is clashing with the ghouls.
Wait, where's the other ghoul?
As you kind of get next to me, I give you like the kind of like huffy side eye that seems very familiar.
Okay, well, I'm loading another bolt with malicious intent as I end my turn.
Alrighty. Jorram, it is your turn.
All right, come on. Huh. I don't see anything. Sweet. Hold action to acid flash any ghoul, ghast, fiend, or otherwise undead that gets within range. And
Alrighty.
I will literally sit down at the bench, flavor-wise.
Let me check something real quick. Okay, you're fine there. Marlow, it's your turn.
Yeah, I don't like being here. I'm gonna take one step into this intersection. Marlowe's gonna squat down, and he's gonna pull out his crossbow. He's gonna be kind of like cradling the doll on his lap as he's squatted over, and he's gonna be looking around. I'm gonna ready my action to make attack on any monsters that may approach me.
Alrighty. Faedra, it is your turn.
I'm gonna bite the.
Bite him.
Does. So for pack tactics, it counts if my allies are 5 feet from me, right?
Let me double check.
It's 5 feet from the creature, I want to say.
It depends. I think it's
I don't-
different with like a hobgoblin thing where it's 5 feet of each other. It's weird.
I'm also behind a wall from it, so I can't see it.
The wolf has advantage on the attack roll against a creature if at least one of its wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature. He is behind a wall, so the creature does not know it's there. But fuck it. I'll give it to you.
Technically 5 feet.
If you're gonna hit me with technically, I can take away the pack tactics.
Ow.
18 hits for 7 points of damage.
Yep. I don't know why I clicked it twice.
That's totally fine, it happens. You deal the 7 points of damage to it, latching onto one of its arms as it screeches at you.
I didn't get jump scared. You did.
End of your turn?
Yes.
Cool, it's gonna try and bite you back. With a 7, misses. God, these guys can't roll for shit.
What a bunch of losers.
Darian, it is your turn. You see the wolf trying to bite into something around the corner there.
Do I still see it from where I am right now?
Yeah, you can see it just around the corner there.
Okay. Aim the heavy crossbow. Thump. 15 hit.
You are within 5 feet of it, so it is going to be
I
disadvantage
forgot.
shot.
Yeah, I already made the roll, so I'll roll at a disadvantage. Though, let's see if it does the funny thing again. Yeah, I made a roll again. So it's the 13, but yeah, the 15 would have been the lowest.
Okay, so
I don't know
15
why
was
this
the
keeps
lowest.
doing this. Yes.
I don't know. I'll figure it out later.
Okay.
So 15, yeah, that hits. So you do 5 points of damage, and normally you would push it 10 feet straight back. There's nowhere to go, so it's just gonna bump back there.
Okay. As I once again load another bolt with malicious intent.
How many bolts do you have left?
Like 15. I
Okay.
used. No, I have 17.
Okay,
It's removing it.
making sure it's automatically tracking it.
Yes.
Alrighty, end of your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty. Jorn, you see your companion scrapping with something around a corner there.
Alright. Slide on down. Oh. Blow smoke at him.
Blow some smoke at him. Succeeds with a 20.
Damn. Hope he at least chokes on it. Enter.
End turn. Marlow, it is your turn.
Marlow doesn't know what to do at this moment, so I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads, he's gonna be a coward. Tails, he's gonna okay. He's gonna nut up for a second. He sees everyone running back into combat. He doesn't want to be left alone, so he runs back down the hall, crossbow in hand, go around the corner. Oh god, there's a wolf and a ghoul. There's a wolf and a ghoul. But the wolf is biting onto a ghoul, has a ghoul in its mouth. I'm gonna shoot the ghoul.
Shoot the ghoul.
Blast him!
23 to hit!
Hey, nice. 10 points of fucking damage. How do you kill this thing?
As I aim at the wolf for a second, I see that the wolf is biting down onto a ghoul, and I realize that it's not attacking me, at least not immediately, but the ghouls were! As I just drift my aim up ever so slightly and just pin it straight to the wall through its eye socket.
It is pinned to the wall. It is dead. Hi, how are you?
Oh. There's more! There's more! You can hear him, his pitch is going up, and then he's doing the, obviously trying to correct his voice, deeper, manly voice.
As you see it, it's more around the corner, but its head is twisted around the corner there at an unnatural angle as it opens its mouth, and you see finger bones between its teeth.
Oh!
Faedra, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna leap over, Jorram.
He'll duck so you can hop over.
And then, like,
Twist.
sort of body check my brother out of the way. Kind of mad at him right now. And I'm gonna clash with this ghoul.
Clash with it. Seventeen
17.
hits.
For 7 damage.
For 7 points of damage, you latch into its shoulder, it lets out another loud screech. As it spits out, you feel one of the finger bones fall against your cheek.
Oh my god.
End of your turn?
Yeah.
Dairan! You hear them clashing with another critter.
Cool. Just to double check, the footsteps of the ghouls would be illuminated to me, due to clue. Where did the ghouls come from? At least the two that were in here.
You see that they came down from this area.
Okay.
And you see
cool.
no more footprints other than the two ghouls. You get the sense with, your hunting ability down pre-packed that they might have been protecting something back that way.
These hallways are too compact to go and shove all of us in there. Moved 5 feet. That would be 20. So I am gonna go down there to just poke my head around. Oh, hello. Do I see anything?
No, you see the footprints continue on around the corner and seem to skitter back towards a room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that while they're doing that, because there's too many of us in the hallways, and I need to just check this shit out to make sure we're okay.
Alrighty. End of your turn?
Action, I'll dash.
Okay.
So I'll move over there and check out what's in this room.
Alrighty. In that room, you see a large wooden frame bed with a rotted feather mattress and a wardrobe containing several old robes and a pair of candlesticks, and an open crate containing a ton of torches and a leather sack with candles in it. And at the foot of the bed, you see a very ornate, nice-looking wooden footlocker.
Okay. That is my action and movement, so that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Ghoul's turn. It's gonna take a bite at you. It's gonna miss again, because fuck these ghouls can't roll above a 5. It
I
is
was just
trying
too
to
cool.
it is trying to get a reach on you, and it is biting in the fur, and it is just pulling back chunks of fur and spitting them out. Just Jordan, it's your turn. You see, see fur flying off above Marlow's head, and the sound of spitting.
Whoa. Said, smoke be upon ye.
Acid smoke be upon ye. Fails. 4 points of acid damage.
Just sort of, just talk down to Marlow. So, how many of these things are there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, that's no good. Also, where'd Dairan go?
I don't know, man.
Right, thanks for the help. End turn.
Marlow, it is your turn. You see this ghoul trying to bite into this wolf, and it is getting nothing but fur, and it is pissed.
The wolf is helping me. Good doggy. And as I'm getting asked questions. I'm just like leaning up against the wall, reloading my crossbow, and I'm gonna shoot it. The ghoul.
Shoot it! Shoot the ghoul!
That'll be an 18 because it's not applying my archery fighting style.
That hits for 6
6
points of
point-
damage. It is hanging on by dear life.
I don't know, man. This. Okay, good puppy. Good puppy. As I'm reloading my crossbow, backing up down the hall again.
I will
You
say,
say
you,
good puppy, and I snap at you.
Mitch, I will say, you would still have concentration from Hunter's Mark from earlier.
I thought I lost it.
Did
no,
you?
I didn't.
You did not lose it.
Would you allow me to retroactively do my bonus action, apply Hunter's Mark for
Yeah.
the extra damage? Hacha! 1 damage.
Alrighty. So I was thinking about that, I was like, wait a second, I think you still have concentration.
Yes, it lasts 1 hour. So yeah.
Faedra, it is your turn. This thing is pulling fur off of you at an alarming rate. You're gonna go bald.
It's fine. This form is finite. Bite.
Bite him. 14 hits.
14? Okay.
You
for
crush
6
this
damage.
thing in your jaws. How do you coup de grace, motherfucker?
I sort of just like, bite onto its shoulder and try to like rip his limb off, and then afterwards, sort of just like do like a weird like spit motion, but realizing that a wolf can't spit, just sort of like try to clean the grime off my fur. I have to stay beautiful no matter the shape.
You are trying to stay beautiful in this shape. You are bald around the top of your head between your ears as this thing was trying to latch onto you.
I'm gonna start
Before you
moving. Oh, okay.
do, Darian, you were in this room. Are you doing anything in there?
Did the footsteps of the ghouls come from anywhere in here?
You see that they came from around the bed, and you see hand and claw marks around this, like they were, had maybe opened it once or twice, or had put something in it.
Okay, what's in there?
You open it up.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You see inside a lot of good shit.
Can I use?
Oh.
Sorry, go.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I just use my action to? I don't really care about like figuring out what it is. I just want to grab it and put it in my bag because there's still a fight going on.
No, the fight is over.
Oh, the fight's over. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out what's in there.
Alright, you
If
throw
I
open
don't
the
hear nothing.
lid, and surprisingly, not locked.
No.
You see a very innate, beautiful looking cloak that is very neatly folded. It's got a little bit of spittle on it from the ghouls, but otherwise in pristine condition. You see a small wooden box containing 4 potions of healing. You see a
yoink.
chain shirt. Hold on, let me get through first.
Sorry.
You see a chain shirt. You see a mess kit. You see a flask of what looks like, I think you've dealt with it before. Alchemist fire.
Ooh.
Oh,
You
fuck
see
yeah.
a lantern, you see thieves' tools, and you see a spell book.
Ooh. Fucking foaming at the mouth as I grab all of that shit.
Alrighty.
Also, immediately putting on the chain armor.
You immediately grab that shit. And as you do, you hear slamming on the walls next to you.
Oh, great. That's okay. I'll die over here, I guess.
As two monstrous creatures slam Kool-Aid Man style through the walls that you can tell they were buried in.
Okay.
And we're gonna end
Very-
tonight's session there.
Oh my god.
From the other room, you just hear fucking Darian go, "Ooh, let the video." Oh God!
God damn it. Why are we splitting up? Why are we splitting up? Why are we the mystery gang?
Well, okay, so everybody knows the number one rule of mysteries. You split up immediately.
Yeah.
True.
I think the only thing that might save me is the fucking 18 AC that I have against undead creatures. Because
18
holy
AC
shit!
and protection from evil and good is still up. I
Oh,
haven't
I'm
been hit.
going to fucking die in this room.
You see these things.
No!
Yeah!
No!
Bust
They seem
through the
friendly.
walls.
Oh. But Darian know what these are, by the way.
You would know that these are called ghasts.
Oh, yeah.
Ghastly.
One is masculine in nature, and the other is feminine.
Oh, I found
found him.
mom and dad.
Well, I hope you all had a lot of fun with the
Oh,
first
my
3/4 of the Death House, because I had a
Dude, that
fucking
was
blast.
Oh my god, I didn't die. I've gone 3/4 damageless. Oh my god, hitless speedrun? Any percent?
Hitless speedrun.
Oh
Damn, I'm gonna have
my
to fix that here in a
God.
minute.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for playing. I had a lot of fucking fun. I hope you did too.
Hell
yeah.
I'm crying and pissing and
He's scrying and pissing and screaming. And, well, I hope everybody who watches this also enjoys the first of many sessions of Curse of Strahd.